Hey, this is Jordan with Preview Construction, and I wanted to take a couple of minutes to explain our unique core values. So the first one is no debt. We do not borrow money, and we worked very hard over the last several years. We've sacrificed quite a bit to put ourselves in a position where we don't have to borrow money in order to complete projects. So if we can't cash flow the project, then that probably means we're not going to do it. So for us, this translates into a lot of stability. And for you, the customer, it translates into being able to rely on us. You're not having to worry about us being able to pay our crews to finish the project. None of our decisions we make regarding your project have to do with the fact that we're over leveraged, we don't have a loan due, we don't owe anyone at the bank. This also means that we won't be asking for lots of money before the work's done. The second one is, can we service it right? Again, if we can't service the job right, we're probably not going to do it. And it may sound strange to a lot of people to turn away work, but it doesn't do us any good to take on a job we can't finish, and it certainly doesn't do the customer any good. So we're going to look at the logistics. We're going to look at how far away the job is. Do we have the manpower? Do we have the financial resources? Do we have the time and the bandwidth to handle your project the right way? And we'll take all this into account before we ever take on a job. The third is the golden rule. Everyone probably knows this one, but it's one my mom kind of beat into us growing up and really impressed upon me. And so we like to think about what we would expect from a contractor if we were hiring. And so a few things I'd expect are a fair price. I'd expect a lot of good communication. I'd expect the project manager to be on site daily, and I would expect them to spend any extra time they needed to come up with solutions to any kind of issue or problems that arose on the job. All this stuff's real important, and it's stuff that we take into account when you hire us. The fourth we call the man in the arena. And I heard a quote from Teddy Roosevelt back a long time ago when I was in high school, and it's just stuck with me. I've got it written down. I still look at it from time to time, and I'll paraphrase it for you. I encourage you to look it up to read the whole thing, but here's kind of a short version. It's not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man in the arena who basically gives his all, and in the end, knows what achievement feels like. But if he stumbles or if he messes up, they'll want therein greatly. And so the quote's a little dramatic, but it means a lot to me. And for us as a company, it means we're not listening to naysayers. We're not listening to critics. We're not jumping on every new trend that hits the market. We're going to do what we know works, and we're going to do what we know is right. And so we're going to give 110% until we finish your project. So we leave you and we walk away from a job that you can be happy with and a job we can be proud of. The last is what would Pop think? It's a little different. It might sound a little funny, but Pop's what I call my grandfather. And you don't know him, obviously, but I wager that you had someone important like him in your life at some point. And it might have been a grandparent, maybe a minister or a teacher, maybe it's your own children. He and I have a special relationship. And when I do a job, I like to walk away thinking that my grandfather would be proud of me. That if he drove by with one of his buddies, he could point to that job and say, my grandson did that, and that he would be proud to brag on me. It's just another way that I kind of check myself on each job. What would Pop think? Is this something that he's going to be proud of? Is this going to honor his legacy? It's something that's important to me, and it helps define how we handle situations around here. So these are our unique core values. They're really important to us, and I think when you're hiring a contractor, they should be important to you as well.